Why did Julius Caesar say, Veni Vidi Vici? The story behind history's most famous phrase. Welcome to Hist-Myst. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic quotes in all of history, Veni Vidi Vici. These three simple words, I came, I saw, I conquered, were spoken by none other than Julius Caesar, one of Rome's greatest military minds. But what did Caesar really mean when he said this? And what events led up to this bold proclamation? Well, you're in for a treat, because we're about to unravel the fascinating story behind Caesar's legendary words. Let's get started. Who was Julius Caesar? Setting the stage. To understand the context behind Caesar's famous quote, we first need to understand the man himself. Born in 100 BCE into the prestigious Julian clan, Julius Caesar was a charismatic leader, a shrewd politician, and one of Rome's most brilliant generals. But he wasn't always at the top. In fact, his early years were filled with political struggles, financial troubles, and even assassination attempts. Despite these challenges, Caesar was a master strategist. He was known for his incredible oratory skills, his daring moves on the battlefield, and his ability to turn enemies into allies. By the time he became the governor of Gaul, he had already started to make a name for himself. But it was in the year 47 BCE, during the famous Battle of Zela, that Caesar would utter the immortal words, Veni Vidi Vici. The historical context behind Veni Vidi Vici. Alright, let's dive into the events leading up to this famous declaration. In 47 BCE, Julius Caesar found himself facing a new threat in Asia Minor, what we know today as Turkey. The region was ruled by King Pharnaces II of Pontus, a man who was looking to exploit Rome's internal conflicts for his own gain. Pharnaces was a bold ruler who saw an opportunity when Caesar was busy dealing with the Roman civil war. Pharnaces had even managed to defeat a Roman army, which was a huge embarrassment for Rome. But little did he know that Caesar was not a man who would take such insults lightly. After finishing his business in Egypt, where he famously had a romantic liaison with Cleopatra, Caesar set his sights on the rebellious King Pharnaces. Despite being vastly outnumbered and in foreign territory, Caesar decided to act quickly. The lightning-fast campaign. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Caesar was known for his speed and efficiency. He was able to march his troops over long distances at a blistering pace, something that caught his enemies completely off guard. When he arrived at Zela, Pharnaces was so confident in his victory that he didn't even bother to properly prepare his defenses. But Caesar had other plans. In just 5 days, he defeated Pharnaces' army in a swift and decisive battle. The speed and efficiency of his victory were so impressive that even Caesar himself was taken aback. And this is where our famous phrase comes in. After the battle, Caesar sent a short and simple message back to the Roman Senate, Veni Vidi Vici, I came, I saw, I conquered. This wasn't just a statement of victory, it was a flex. It was Caesar's way of saying, look how quickly I've achieved what others couldn't. It was a declaration of his unmatched military prowess and a warning to his rivals. The power of Caesar's words. Let's take a moment to appreciate the brilliance of those three words. At a time when communication was slow and cumbersome, Caesar's concise message conveyed everything the Senate needed to know. In just 3 words, he conveyed speed, decisiveness, and absolute dominance. But what made Veni Vidi Vici truly powerful was the context. Rome was in the middle of civil unrest, with various factions vying for control. By sending such a bold message, Caesar was not only celebrating his victory but also solidifying his reputation as Rome's supreme leader. It was as if he was saying, I am inevitable, unstoppable, and destined for greatness. The aftermath of Zela. Now, let's talk about what happened after this legendary victory. Pharnaces fled the battlefield but was soon defeated and killed by his own people. Caesar, on the other hand, returned to Rome as a hero, and his popularity skyrocketed. But not everyone was pleased with his growing influence. While the people of Rome celebrated Caesar, his political rivals grew increasingly wary of his power. This tension would eventually culminate in one of history's most famous assassinations, but that's a story for another day. The legacy of Veni, Vidi, Vici. Caesar's words have stood the test of time, transcending their original context. Today, Veni, Vidi, Vici is synonymous with quick, decisive victories. It's been used in everything from business to sports, politics, and even pop culture. From Napoleon to modern CEOs, leaders throughout history have echoed these words to signify triumph against the odds. But beyond the bravado, Veni, Vidi, Vici also symbolizes Caesar's relentless ambition. It was this ambition that led him to greatness, but also to his tragic downfall. The phrase remains a powerful reminder that even the mightiest of conquerors can fall. Modern influence and pop culture. Speaking of pop culture, did you know that Veni, Vidi, Vici has been referenced in everything from rap lyrics to movies and video games? The phrase has become a symbol of confidence and swagger. It's been used by everyone from Jay-Z to video game characters in the Assassin's Creed series. But it's not just limited to pop culture. The phrase is still widely used in motivational contexts. Whether it's entrepreneurs celebrating a successful startup or athletes winning championships, Veni, Vidi, Vici captures that feeling of achieving greatness with relentless determination. Conclusion. Julius Caesar's words may have been spoken over 2,000 years ago, but they still resonate with us today. They remind us of the power of bold action, the importance of speed and decisiveness, and the enduring influence of a single moment in history. Whether you see it as a symbol of victory or a testament to the relentless drive of a man who would become one of history's greatest figures, Veni, Vidi, Vici will forever be etched in our collective memory. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the story behind Veni, Vidi, Vici. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing historical stories. Until next time, stay curious, stay ambitious, and keep